Hello everyone, welcome back to Pixel Village and I'm Radha Krishnan. Well, in this video, we're going to see a quick tutorial on how to light up a home YouTube setup. A home digital content creation. It need not necessarily be in your home. It can even be in your studio, but a quick one. Well, let me admit, in Pixel Village, we use reasonably serious equipment, which can be at times very expensive to create this kind of a setup. For example, at Pixel Village, we have a very expensive LED lighting. That's my key light. I'm using a nice, octagonal softbox for it. The color wash that you see at the back, the blue color wash, is an LED, an RGB tube, and this flare that Aditya has very cleverly created. That flare that you see here is again another LED, and it is coming through a color gel. Now, this kind of lighting takes not just expensive equipment, it also takes a lot of experience to set up things like this. But we totally understand that a beginner YouTuber, a content creator, may not have all these luxuries available to them. But we would like to show you how to set up something very similar to this using a very compact, easy to use, and let me dare say a reasonably affordable kind of setup. And here they are. These are 3 RGB lights from a brand called Simpex. Now, Simpex is not any stranger to photography industry. They've been around for very long, and they've been, marketing, distributing photography-related products for a very long time, and a very dependable brand. Well, these are 3 lights. They are RGB lights. This one is a little big one. Simpex calls it the RGB 450. The next one is the RGB 300, and next one is a one which is the smallest among them, which of course is unnamed here. It says multicolor RGB light. I am assuming that the 450 and the 300 actually indicates the amount of LED sources which are present inside the light. Now, before I go into the RGB lights and the setup, let me tell you that the most sought after light by the kind of people that I am talking about are a ring light and maybe another a simple LED panel at the back. Now, there is nothing wrong with it, okay? But these days it's about how good your frame looks, correct? Lots of people don't even have that. Lots of people depend upon the practical lights that are available in their homes, like, the light above your dining table, a window light, or a table lamp. I've seen people using table lamps because, COVID has actually taught you a lot of the so-called jugaads to kind of survive this period entirely on the internet. Anyway, but with the help of these 3 lights, you can actually light your set very professionally, okay? And people will actually look at it and say, wow, how did you do that? Let me show you how to do that, okay? Let me first tell you what are the advantages of an RGB light. Now, the advantage of an RGB light is if you use a simple white or a yellow light source, that's all you can get, right, from it. But when you use an RGB light source, besides, having that flexibility to use or to create a warm light or a white light or a cool light from one light source, it also gives you an ability to create any color that you wish, which is in the color palette. Any kind of RGB additive combinations can be gotten with these lights. just dial in those HSI values and you have your color ready to be used for you with great accuracy. Besides that, all these three lights also can give you a dozen of special effects which you can use if you want to add, your product shots, if you want to do some interesting product shots during your tech review for that matter. You can use these to create many different kind of effects like flashing lights, television, lightning. A whole host of effects are also available in it, which you can actually use when you, like I told you, when you create that interesting product shot. Or for that matter, if you want to create mood lighting for yourself, you can use this RGB lights in combination. All three have same capabilities, just that the brightness levels are very different. What I'm going to do is to quickly create a 3-light setup and show you how you can create something very similar with that, for which you also require, let's say, 3 stands. I'm going to use an umbrella, and I'm also going to use, to hold these lights up on stand, I'm going to be using a small adapter. Well, let me show you how to set this up. So, are you ready? Let me do the mantra. Just as easy as that. Well, let me tell you, that big one, this guy, the RGB 450 is in front of me. Of course, earlier I was lighting from here, now I'm lighting from here. This is my key light, and I have used, as you can see, I have used an umbrella in front of it to kind of soften that light. This light, though there is an acrylic panel in front of it, it still can be a little kind of, create a little bit of sharp or hard lighting on your face. And if you're someone who likes that kind of lighting, keep it like that. And if you want to soften it, use an umbrella on it. Simpex makes both the stand and the umbrella as well. Well, in the back, I have a light right behind me. Can you see it? Well, it's on a stand and it's lighting the background. Now, you can dial in any color that you want. You can get that. You can create an effect in that. You can get that. The light which was here on this light, of course, is still there, but there is one on this side. Now, the flare is created because of the umbrella, and it's kind of flaring the lens from the white light source. Now, these 3 lights are not really working in full power, okay, except this guy in front of me. This is in 100% brightness. It's white. I can turn it into a warm light if I want. I can turn it into a cool light if I want. I can turn it into a colored light if I want, if that's the flavor that you want to have in your video. For example, if you are vlogging about, let's say, a computer game, you may want some color in it. You may want some action in the real wall. You can do all that. Now, these 2 lights are not working at 100%. They are way less. I think this one is at 50% and this one is again at 50%. So you have lots of elbow room to play with those lights as well. Now, the most important thing about these lights are, these are battery operated lights, which means you can take it wherever you want and create this kind of a setup, as long as your ambient light is not more powerful than these lights. Okay. Well, if you are at home, of course, you can, plug it into mains and get continuous power source. But these lights, most of them will work for hours together in one charge. And of course, the most interesting aspect is the cost. Well, you saw my earlier lighting setup, and did you see any difference in this light? Well, there is one, but it's still very attractive, very interesting, and very professional. This lighting comes at 1/10 the price of this lights. Let me be a little more specific. Everything, including the light stands and the adapters and the umbrella and the lights together with warranty, comes to you under 25,000 rupees. So you can use the links that we have provided in the description to buy this from Amazon. Of course, we get a small affiliate fee, but in that way, you will be actually supporting us to, to keep creating content like this. Alternatively, you can go to your nearest dealer and ask for these lights. They will happily give it to you. Well, of course, you can, support us in more than one way. One is to, of course, definitely besides subscribing to our channel, you can also use that thanks button below the video and make a small contribution to our channel. And also head over to pixelvillage.com and see the kind of photography learning content that we have created especially for you, and subscribe to it for a small fee. If you are interested in learning photography, please head over to pixelvillage.com. We have a set of fantastic photography teachers there taking classes for you. They're all recorded sessions. You can watch the bouquet of offering, and if you like it, you can subscribe. I'm going to be back very soon with another interesting tutorial. Stay safe. Bye for now.